That's good orange juice.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it even orange juice?
it is.
Ingredients. Oh my gosh, it's got like 5 things on here. How could this just be orange juice? Orange juice from concentrate. Orange juice from non-concentrate.
Oh, those are different.
Orange. And natural flavors.
Which are
And then-
oranges. What is happening here?
You're sending me something, and it's just not showing up. Let's see, what did you send me?
I didn't send you anything. How could I have done that if he has my phone?
How could you, John?
It's me from the future sending you something.
It is you from the future.
It's saying, hey, Thomas, put your phone away so I can read a question. Okay. How many times...
Wait a minute. You sent him a message, which he had to get his phone out to read, that said, put your phone away.
From John, put your phone away. We're filming an episode.
So, as I was thinking about The Rock... and
Right, right. We were just having that conversation.
That
You're just
movie.
always thinking about the
We're always
Remember that?
always with the Rock. Oh, here
Remember
we
that
go
movie?
again.
I was just thinking about that movie that he was in, Walking Tall,
Yeah, with the stick.
with the stick.
It's
exactly.
a 4x4. It's not a 2x4.
Stick.
A 4x4.
The stick led me to this question:
Okay.
what kind of stick did Yoda carry?
Gimmer stick.
Wow, really? How did you?
I'm like every other kid from the 80s. I had all the
I'm from the '80s. I don't remember that.
the action figures that like gave you a description of what it was on the package, and you just memorized that as like the holy gospel. You're like, oh, that stick's called the Gimmer stick. It's burned in my brain now. All from Kenner Packaging.
But you know what's funny is that I have that figure, but I think I lost the stick. You want to hear a little story?
Yeah, let's hear a story.
You want to hear a story about show and tell and bringing what you should
Oh
bring to
no,
school?
this sounds like a sad story.
No, this is actually a really good
Oh,
story.
okay.
Okay, you want to hear a story?
Well,
this
it
is
ended good for you.
this is for all the little kids out there. This
He's
is
heard the story, obviously. He knows.
I don't know. Have you
He's like, well, it ended
This is-
good for you.
Like 1,000 times I've heard this story.
really?
Yeah.
Let's hear it 1001 more
Okay.
time.
So this is a story for all the little kids out there when it comes to show and tell at school. Something to learn from this. So this is after Christmas. okay?
After Christmas,
It was.
freshly opened
Am I telling
toys.
it or are you telling it?
Oh, did you really want to tell it?
I don't care.
You know, let's hear your version, then I want to hear his version.
Well, maybe we should hear his version
Yeah,
first.
let's hear his version first,
so it's
then
not
we'll hear.
polluted by my version.
Okay, so it was Christmas time.
Polluted.
That's all I've gotten so far. It's Christmas time.
So I'm going to tell this story exactly as I've heard it.
Okay.
So basically, show and tell.
Wait, you said basically. That's not exactly.
Well, this is exactly as I've heard it.
Oh, okay.
So show and tell.
Uh-huh. What is show and tell?
It's this thing where when you're a child, you go to school and for one day it's just like total anarchy, chaos and calamity, fire from the sky,
Wow.
like absolute just the reign of terror.
It's not
Okay.
that bad, really.
And
Really?
so all these children, they bring in these things for show and tell that they've gotten for
Things.
in their gifts for Christmas.
Oh.
Kids bring in like Barbie dolls and remote control cars and whatever. And then there's these other like Wolverine children, like Stripe from the Gremlins, but like 3.5 feet tall, who just like go around like devouring the wheels off of these remote control cars.
Really?
He's
And,
telling
like-
it way differently.
Oh, I like it. I like where he's going with
And
this.
just like snapping Barbie dolls over their knees and then eating them in front of the children that they've been taken from.
Sounds like an episode of The Simpsons or something.
And then, meanwhile, a young John G had a tiny Yoda in his pocket, which was out for approximately 0.5 seconds before immediately being returned to its safe hiding place. There's like a keypad on his pocket that you have to enter.
Right. That was big in the 80s.
Yeah.
Parachute pants and keypad pants.
I can tell this story is loosely based on what really happened.
I don't know. It sounds pretty exact to me.
Nobody can get to it because he was wearing like a full suit of like police attack dog armor and just was
Loosely
completely
based.
untouchable.
Yeah.
So when all
Kevlar
the other
dog-proof
children,
suit.
when literally every single child that day
Said,
brought in their like $900 gift for show and tell, and it was like immediately turned to dust.
John
He was the
John
only
brought in
one to
his
go home
$2
that day.
$2.50 Yoda.
And he was the only one to go home that day with a still intact show and tell item. And that is how that story goes.
That's
Is that it?
mostly true, yeah.
What happened to the Gimmer stick?
Well, the Gimmer stick, I think it got lost sometime later.
But he actually survived the trip to school and back.
But yeah, that's for the most part that's true because
Okay. Oh, is there another version of this
no,
story?
I'm just going to tell you my quick version
Okay.
of what I actually experienced when I was there.
Okay.
So we come to school,
Uh-huh.
everyone's sitting at their table, and we had in our classroom we had the tables set up like a U.
Okay. I see
Okay?
it. I
And so
see it.
that way the teacher can be at the chalkboard and she can also walk down the middle and still
Whack
like,
everyone with a ruler if they're out of hand.
Sure, I mean
It's a Catholic school,
maybe,
right?
but she never did that.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
tire iron.
Oh. What's going on?
That's going on right there.
You want to show our audience your killing skills?
Die!
He was about to attack you and suck your blood.
What was that?
Through his shirt.
That's some kind of saber-tooth thing. That was,
Wow.
Saber-tooth.
I owe a life debt to this man now.
Yeah.
I just saved your life. Come to class, I sit at my spot.
Sit your seat.
And like he said, my Yoda was in my shirt pocket.
Oh, I didn't hear that. It was like a pants with a
No,
Kofri.
I had him. I had him in my
Kofri pants.
I had him in my shirt pocket with a button. And so he
was
was
it a
secure. in
snap
it.
or a real button?
I'm pretty sure it was a button. But he's like secure in my shirt pocket.
You felt
we
it close
sit
to your
down.
heart.
Yeah, he was there. We sit down, and then meanwhile, these other kids are wheeling their stuff in on dollies. Like this one girl brought in her
Wheelbarrows full of toys and stuff.
Wheelbarrows full of cash.
And candy and
she
baked
brings
goods.
In, she brings in a full dollhouse with all the stuff in it, like everything's in there, all the furniture, everything. She brings in this dollhouse. This other kid brings in his remote control car, like the size of that thing.
Uh-huh.
And so all these kids are bringing in their stuff, this big, just mounds of stuff.
And then they let the minions loose.
And then the teacher's like, okay, everyone talk about what you brought in.
Now touch each other's
And
toys.
so we get to share. We go around the table. We share what we brought. And then after that, she's like, okay, well, we've got like 2 hours until your parents come to pick you up. Just have fun playing. And so then kids go crazy.
Total chaos.
Total chaos. Kids are playing with their remote control car. They're like, oh, let's drive it. And they drive it off the table.
You know what this means.
Woo!
You're milking a cow, actually. But anyhow.
No, they're driving the remote control car. They drive it off the table. It breaks because it flies
Just
off the
shatters
table.
into pieces.
No, like a wheel falls off or something.
Crashes into Barbie's Malibu house.
And then the kids over here are playing with the Barbie house. And then the girl's like, no, you're not supposed to do that. And then something breaks on that. And the furniture goes
Flames.
flying.
It's like up in flames.
But just, I remember so many kids screaming, don't touch that. No, don't do that. Oh, and why did
And
you
you were
break
safely
it?
in the corner with your Yoda in your pocket.
And I'm over here just thinking, wow, I'm glad I brought this little Yoda. He's in my pocket. He's
No one can
safe.
see him.
No one can touch him. Kids are coming by. Let me see the... No. Just move along. There's a dollhouse over
Move
there you
along.
should check out.
It's like at a crime scene.
Move
Nothing
along.
to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Keep it moving.
These aren't the droids you're looking for. Move along.
And so then, in the end, it's like the parents are coming in. The kids, some of the kids are crying. Timmy broke my wall set on the dollhouse.
Joy turned to tears.
Dad, my remote control car. Don't worry, we'll buy you a new one. I mean, all this mayhem, like he was saying.
It's okay, Jimmy. Daddy can buy you a fleet.
Meanwhile,
of those.
I'm walking out.
It's
You know-
safe to say you came from like a more simpler background. Too. And so it's like you cherish what was important to you. Where these kids are just like, it's all about show. It wasn't all about tell. It was just show.
It was pretty much like, let me show you how cool this is.
Let me show you how
But
wealthy
then,
my
once
parents
it got
are.
drove off, it was driven off the table and was broken.
It's not so cool then.
Then it's just tears and crying.
Telling everything through sobbing tears and
Ah! The drapes on my dollhouse, they've all been torn off. Ah!
no fun.
No.
It's horrible.
You
So, what we've learned from this is that when it's show and tell time, you bring in something so small that can be just talked about for a
like
couple
this.
minutes.
Just one guy, like a minifig. Minifig.
I love this minifig. He's fantastic. And then you just tuck it away in your pocket. And that's it. It's safe.
Hagrid, take his hairpiece off. This is just one hunk of plastic. You get nothing to lose here.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So, just remember that.
That's a good story. Thank you, John.
Keep it simple. Don't bring in, the Death Star. Don't bring in, like, on the Conan show. Don't bring in your $800 Millennium Falcon
that Harrison Ford's just going to throw on the ground.
that you're going to have Harrison Ford sign.
Just throw on the ground.
Don't do that. Don't bring in that $800 Millennium Falcon. Just bring in the Han Solo that came with it. And that's it.
Just bring in that one transparent green 1x1 stud.
Or just bring his favorite weapon, Hoth. I mean, a blaster.
This little blaster right here.
Just
This is what I got for Christmas.
This is what I got.
This is what
Han
I got,
Solo's
guys.
blaster.
This is Han Solo's blaster. I just love it. It just means so much to me. Okay, thanks. Timmy's next. I brought in my remote control car. It has like off-road capabilities. Watch me drive it off the table.
And that was all part of his presentation. After that, he took a bow and sat back down.
Well acted out, Timmy. It was very believable. We felt your pain. Good job, Timmy. Next. Susie. Good story. Good story. Those are the best stories, the real ones.
Yeah, that's totally
I
real.
did like Parker's embellishment, though. I did like the whole apocalyptic school environment that you were.
Yeah, it makes me proud that he remembers that. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember when I told you that story, but yeah.
Years ago.
When you had show and tell at school, and you were
Probably.
like, hey, Dad, should I bring in my Millennium Falcon?
You're like, son, let me sit you down and tell you something before you take that big Millennium Falcon in.
No, I remember what I
Harrison Ford's going to be at your school, right?
Yeah, let me see that Millennium
Here,
Falcon.
kid, let me sign that for you. Smash!
No, I remember what I took. I took one little single G.I. Joe, is what I took.
See? Learning.
I do remember one show and tell as a kid, and I brought a horse tooth. Don't tell me how I got it. That's another story for another day.
I just walked right up to it and took it.
So should we do the calendar now?
Oh, the calendar!
Well, thanks for watching.
Is that what you came here for?
Whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
Day 17.
Day 17.
It is your turn to
Did I have a
build.
quiz question? Was there a question?
The question was, what should you bring to a show and tell?
A horse tooth.
Yoda with his gimmer stick, and that was the question, by the way.
Yeah, okay, we already had a question. There you go. Build away.
Wow. Frying pan, frying pan, frying pan.
Ooh, 3 whole frying pans.
Oh, wow. This is like one of those ancient war masks. Like the mask in Stargate. No, the Mask of Ra, isn't it? Where he he taps the mask and and it all vanishes behind his neck.
That's called Transformers. It's a Tauntaun. It's a Tauntaun minifig.
Tauntaun minifig?
Yeah, look at the front. See? There's his nose, his horns, his ears, his eyes.
It looks
his
like
2 legs.
It looks like a walking Anubis mask.
Looks like a solar panel.
Well, it is. It is a walking Anubis mask.
Is this like a transformer, like solar panel man?
It is an Anubis walking mask in the form of a Tauntaun.
It looks like solar panel man. Like, is this from Marvel?
Solar panel.
The bottom line is it's supposed to look like a Tauntaun, but
Does
it can be...
Do you even know what a tauntaun looks like?
Yeah, they got horns.
It's
They
not
have
just
ears.
a flat piece of paper. It's not. This isn't.
This
isn't
is
that
its body.
This isn't that
This
creature
is
out
its
of
tail.
young Sherlock Holmes when the
stained glass guy
comes to life and he's
I'm
like.
impressed. Another Indiana Jones reference out of you today. That's really impressive.
No, that's young Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that is young Sherlock Holmes.
But he's like paper thin. This is not that.
This is the stained glass mural of a Tauntaun.
It looks like solar panel man to me. It's
Well-
it's like it's this guy's best friend.
They are best.
How are you
I
doing?
bring love.
It's this guy's best friend.
And just for good measure, Harry Potter.
for good measure.
Yeah. Because
Because why not?
we got Star Wars, Simpsons, and Harry Potter all on the same page here.
Definitely.
And who is this again?
Whoever you want.
Harry Potter's cousin,
I think this is Harry Potter.
Larry Potter.
Larry and Larry Potter.
Gary Potter. Hey, Barry Potter. Terry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Jerry Potter.
Harry Potter.
All right,
Scary
good. I like
Potter.
that. I like that.
Do you like my tauntaun?
I do.
You do?
I don't think tauntaun at all for that. Tauntaun, not at all. Like, let's throw a picture of a tauntaun on the screen. I've even got toys of tauntauns.
You know what? Let's put them
that
side
I
by side.
photographed.
You'll be amazed at the likeness when you see it side by side. You're just
Nothing
you're
close to it. Nothing close.
lacking the imagination.
But if I put a picture of a tinfoil monster next to it, then people will be
from
like,
signs,
yeah. It's beautiful.
I'm proud of it.
If you guys love the tinfoil monster,
Hakuna Matata. It's a like, tribal mask, you know.
okay, so
No one seems to know what exactly this is. I'm hearing Tauntaun Tribal
it's
Mask.
a-
tinfoil.
Tauntaun tribal mask.
it's from
Tintin.
Stargate.
I wore that once.
You did a long time ago. That
wear that
video.
once.
That video was awful though. The mic setup on that was awful. You can't even really hear
You
it.
don't
I'm
need
really
to see-
sorry
You don't
about
need to
that.
hear anything. You just need to see it.
I'm really sorry about that video. If
Seeing
you've never
is
seen that
believing.
video, I'll link it at the end.
You
But
should go back and re-edit it. Just put
you
like
can't re-edit it because the
music.
sound is awful. The sound
we
is
can redo.
awful.
We can redub the sound
Right, like a Jawa movie. Just like
like a
all
bad,
over everything.
like a bad Japanese dubbed film. We could do that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we could.
My daughter sent me a picture from Halloween. I have to share it with everyone. This is so adorable. This is my daughter in her costume. And, ba-ding. Did you see Sonia in her costume?
That's amazing.
Yeah. You got to keep this in because she's going to be expecting to see it now. Okay, question. Sorry.
Keep
We're
what in?
back. Sonia
you
in
want me
her
to keep
costume.
that in there?
Yeah, I want you to keep that in there.
Okay.
Just do me that one little favor. You can edit all the nonsense out. Just keep that one thing in.
Just keep that one thing in.
Thank you.
Just for Sonya. Okay.
Daddy loves you.